Good afternoon, everybody. This is Chris, aka No Risk No Premium. What is going on, guys? Fantastic week last week. Lots of fun. Levels working like magnets, right? Clockwork. We knew exactly what was going to happen at every single level, right? Like we knew that 430 and we knew that 440 were the tops. I mean, realistically, it was what 438 all the way down to 428, right? Give me one moment here. Let's take a look. So last week, okay, hold on. Lines for you guys, right? And I just showed, hey, here's this down trend line that we still haven't broken yet, right? One a little more a little bit more vertical than the other, but nonetheless, both have been respected heavily. Anytime that this more vertical one here, so the first one here, has been broken to the upside, immediately the next candle the next day has brought it right back to earth. You saw it break and down, then you saw it break and down, right? So what that's telling me is we're definitely solidified in a downtrend, okay? Then what else did we say? We said, guys, look, 438 is going to be a hoe and a half, okay? But not much above that is going to be even more turbulence because why? We had this red line right here. You guys see this red line, which is, it was at 438.70, right? So, but it was about 440 last week for the most part. But we also had the green dotted line. You guys see this green dotted line in here? I'm trying to highlight it. The green dotted line was the 20 MA. So we had the 8 or the 21 EMA is the red, 21 EMA exponential moving average. We had the 20 MA is just the 20 simple moving average, basically on top of each other. And then right on top of that, we had the host of all hoes of the 200-day moving average, right? And then, like I always say, if we want to get to froggy, right, we go all the way up here to the 50-day moving average. But what is going on here, guys, is the market is telling us we're going to stay below all these levels. Like it has respected every bounce into it and fade off of it the whole time, okay? Until it proves us otherwise, okay? But one thing I do want to note on this daily chart here is we are maybe this week or next week really close to an actual death cross. And you guys remember what the death cross is. On the daily chart, the higher time frame, you have the 20 MA, which we see up here, cross the 50, which is this purple line, the purple dotted line, the 50 simple moving average. We get the initial crossover, okay? Then we get the 20, so the green dotted, cross this, I still don't know what color it is, so bear with me, but this weird blue-green mixed together line there, okay? We have the cross there. Now, if we get this 50 moving average to cross the 200-day moving average, that is the technical definition of what? The death cross. You're following me, right? Very simple stuff. So this is what we're going to be looking for this week. Okay, very simple. Until we break out of what? Until we break out of 426, I would say 426, 427. Until we break that to the downside, we're going to ping pong in this range between there and then now I'd say about 438, maybe even 440, 441, where we got to the high of last week. All right. So look, if we take a look here, our 4267. So we're down 60 handles right now. But guys, we all know futures do not matter till the morning. Matter of fact, what will probably happen here, and I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I would not be surprised if we had this initial red open, right? Because we opened about an hour and a half ago for the futures market, initial red open. By the real-time market hours are open, we open green. We rip up to 33.40, or I mean 433, 434, which was the high of Friday. Maybe get to this trend line, then we fail it and we go and try the lows of the overnight lows. And if we finally break the overnight lows, which I don't know what they're going to be yet, because we still haven't gone overnight. But we know that 426, I'd say 420, 425, 426 is still massive support, right? Because let's zoom out, right? Let's zoom out. Let's take a look. How many times we bounce off it? What was initially resistance over here, all over the left, guys? This is initial resistance. We broke out, then we back tested 425, right? Held it. Okay. Then we tested it again here. Then we tested it again here. Then we broke, had the fake out ultimate bear trap and Ripper Magoo back up. So we know that level is still very, very, very respected. Okay. So we know 425, 426 is a hoe and a half, if you will. All right. So let's see if we hold that overnight. I think we do personally, but we'll see what happens till the morning. All right. So we know, guys, look to the downside, the same levels. Now to the upside, it's going to get a little bit tougher. Okay. So we'll zoom in here a little bit. Okay. And we see here, we'd have to get back up past Friday's low, depending where we open, guys, depending where we open. I don't know, but we still have to the upside. I'm going to say here, 434, 438, 441, then the 200-day moving average at 445. So what do we have? 434, 438, 441, 445. Very, very, very simple stuff. But let's take another zoom out, guys, like we always tell you. Let's zoom out. What do we have? Yet another failure and close below the 50-day moving average on the weekly chart. Remember, this is the weekly chart, right? So as if we got up to try to test an area near last week's high, no, it wouldn't surprise me at all. Okay, because why? What do we have going on? The FOMC, which everybody's ready to see what the fuck the Fed's going to do. This also happens to be the what? 3rd Friday of the month, which is what? The OPEX, the monthly OPEX. We always know that. So this week here is going to be quite interesting. All right, very quite interesting. Now, what do we have actually going on next week? Sorry about that. We have next week. This is the economic reports and Fed speakers. What I'm looking at here is right here. Core CPI year over year, CPI year over year. Okay, just the consumer price index by itself. As you can see, you guys, it's going to be coming out, and they are anticipating for it to be higher. So why are we looking to see what the hell's going to be happening with the CPI data? Because we had to listen to Fed, right? We had to listen to Powell testify to the House and to the Senate last week. And what he said was this. Basically said, if inflation continues to grow and we do not see any sign of the downside to inflation, I mean, the numbers are becoming less and less, means we are actually deflating the economy. He said that we will do everything in our power with our necessary tools, if you will, to make sure we combat inflation. By year end, their projection of a 2 to 3% inflation by year end. If we keep going month over month at an increase, well, one, I don't think you could believe really anything the Fed has said, especially since COVID. We're talking about it's not out of control. Okay. And now it's just completely running like wildfire, guys. Look at crude oil. $110 a barrel. Guys, we are in a massive inflated bubble right now. Okay, not bubble. I'm just saying the inflation is out of control. In my most honest opinion, and in my pretty decent experience, inflation is massive. It's the highest it's been in 40 years. Oil is the highest it's been in 40 years. Having some fuckery, geopolitical issues with that fucking dumb fuck Putin, who is trying to destroy the world. Okay. Things are not going to be good. If you have noticed, a lot of countries are doing what? They're boycotting doing business with anything related to Russia. All right. So what does that mean for the US markets? Although it looks good from a virtual signaling standpoint that, oh, Netflix isn't going to allow any streaming in Russia and Nike's not selling to Russia. And have you seen the size of Russia? It's fucking massive. publicly traded on the US stock market. It's a lot more than you think. So what's going to happen now if we keep these quote unquote sanctions, or these people saying we're not going to do business with them? Guys, they're going to get hit hard. So the ramifications that could come from all of this shitstorm that's going on right now is not good. Okay, I'm trying to find one positive thing in the market that's going to make me good. But I'll tell you this, since the moment we got underneath the 200-day moving average on the daily, good. We have not been able to recover. Inflation has not been able to recover. We're now having talks of World War III possible. Okay, so guys, head on a swivel still. This is not a market where you size up. This is not a market where you take huge risks. This is a market where you trade, you stay disciplined, you make one trade a week. If that's a good trade, then you move on. Stop trying to sit there in front of the computer and grab every tick and find every setup and every bull flag, every head and shoulders, every this, every that. Stop doing that. At your setup, when we know our range, then we'll buy at major resistance and we'll buy a major support and we'll make our trades, and then we're done. Okay. Thursday, I bought 4,300 SPS puts. Okay, here. I bought them here. Okay, on Thursday. And you know what happened? I'm sorry, on Wednesday. This was Wednesday here. I bought them on Wednesday. Towards the end of the day, I said, we're not going to get to this level. Okay. Puts, are you still in your puts? Thursday, we opened up higher. We had a gap up. Thursday, we opened up higher. But the moment I said, as long as we close below 440, trade's still on. And we're good to go. Okay. Market immediately tanked back under the 440, immediately after Thursday's open. The rest of the day and closed where? Underneath the trend line. So the trade was still on. And then guess what? Friday morning had the nice gap down and ripped down lower, and I sold down here. Guys, I bought the contract for 18. It went to 6. Over 25. The trade and trade the plan and patience. There you go. I'm trying to practice, or excuse me, I am walk with me. Okay. I'm not trying to fucking pat myself up and make, oh, I'm so good. No, that's not it. What I'm saying is what I teach you guys, I do. Let's have extra discipline this week. Trade the plan and just do one a fucking day. Week has been really good. He was really good about making his money first thing in the morning. Then he said, I'll see y'all later. I'm fucking out of here. Couldn't care less if the cops showed up or not and said, I'm out of here. This week, guys, let's be extra fucking disciplined. Other than that, look, we don't know what's gonna. We have no idea where we're gonna open. We're down 65 now, almost. Okay, I don't know. I don't know where we're gonna open. Okay, but you cannot get giddy until the morning. Nothing matters until that fucking bell goes off in the morning. All right. Chill. Let's chill. Let's see where we open, and we're gonna strike and make our game plan from there. But we know the levels, guys. What are the levels? One last time. Depending where we open, I'm guessing it might be around 430. I don't think we stay low all night. Okay. The upside, 438, 441. Similar levels last week. And then we still have what? 425 here, 421. Let's win this week. Let's execute this week. Okay. Let's make less trades and make way more money. All right. Other than that, you guys have a great rest of your Sunday afternoon. I know I will. I will catch you guys early in the morning. Peace.